All of those who died here, families are gathering for an emotional weekend. I'm Steve Handelsman, NBC News at Ground Zero in New York.
Well, most people remember exactly where they were when they heard about the 9/11 attacks, but children who are too young to have memories of that day are learning about the tragedy from textbooks. Hawaii News Now's Lisa Kubota shows us how schools are tackling that sensitive subject.
My parents told me, and then I wanted to learn more in school.
Well, our students have been doing research as well as reading books and having discussions. They even wrote letters to the men and women who have been deployed.
Their principal lost one of his best friends from high school in the attacks.
He was one of the brave 341 firefighters who lost their lives trying to help people get out of the Twin Towers. To share being a native New Yorker and having worked in the World Trade Center, I have been profoundly impacted by the events of 9/11.
The students here have a strong interest in the upcoming anniversary because they come from military families. Some of them have parents who've been deployed to Afghanistan and Iraq several times.
It is very important because it affected my family because my dad had to leave many times and said maybe he would have stayed at home more.
Many of you were too young to really understand the whole gist of what was going on.
Over at St. Francis School, the juniors in this advanced placement class were just 6 or 7 years old on 9/11.
As a first grader, I didn't know nothing, but over the years, I had a deeper meaning of why they attacked us, and it had to do with religious differences, and Al Qaeda had something towards the U.S.
It's a constant change as new things are being found. We as teachers need to, share that knowledge to the youngsters.
The students have learned about the impact through their families, schools, and the media coverage. One girl was living in New York at the time.
When we went through 9/11 lessons in school in New York, a lot of my teachers, peers, they were really affected. Oftentimes they would cry or, they would have really sad stories.
This dark day is more than just a few pages in a textbook. As they study the tragedy, those in the next generation hope that this painful chapter can finally come to an end.
I hope that they understand what happened so that people will be more safe and won't end up having this happen again.
Lisa Kubota, Hawaii News Now.